Hi.
Hello, madam.
All right, Naeem.
Yeah,
Can you
madam.
show me the part? Hi. Can you show me the part where you were supposed to amend?
Madam, yang sambung yang semalam sikit kan?
Yeah, just stay lah.
Okay, sekejap ya.
Yusaini Yusof. Is there Yusaini Yusof?
Yes, madam.
Yusaini Yusof. The profile picture yang nampak ni Samad Said ke?
Yes.
Very good. My favorite writer dulu. Very prominent writer, literature man. Samad Said. Alright, so Langkuas is whether the testimony by Langkuas of Halia's statement is relevant and admissible, or does it amount to hearsay? Kalau tak cukup masa, whether it's relevant and admissible dah cukup dah. Or does it amount to hearsay? Alright, go down.
Okay.
Section 60. But the statement, okay. You see, why are you not defining in full line hearsay? What is
Hearsay.
Kenapa tak define in full? Kenapa Subramaniam versus PP betul, yang Hongki betul, tapi apa definition penuh untuk hearsay lain? Why are you all not noticing when I explain so much in the class? What is the definition?
Hearsay is an out of court statement. Hearsay.
No. Don't type here now, Naeem. It's going to take a lot of time. Alright?
Okay,
now, look at Subramaniam versus PP. Go there. Yang 60 tu okay. Yang Subramaniam versus PP, you say, a statement is a hearsay when it is repeated to establish the truth. Is that all?
To establish the truth and what and not the
Anyone else? What is hearsay evidence?
hearsay repeated out of court by another person.
Yeah, it is a statement made out of court by one person and repeated in the court by another person for the purpose of establishing the truth of the statement or the content of the statement. Your definition ni kalau tak penuh, Naeem, you will lose the marks. You can quote 100 cases, but you don't get the marks.
Okay. Madam, yang hearsay punya hearsay punya definition ni sepatutnya kat depan ni ke atau boleh masuk ni kat bawah?
No, yang pas you mention 60 baru definition. That's okay, no problem. Tapi definition kamu tak lengkap. Kalau 4 markah ni dapat 2 je. You can have cases, but your definition is not complete. Yeah, so you have to define completely. Therefore, it is highly prejudicial because the maker is not called to be examined. So the statement can be fabricated. It's highly prejudicial. So under the general rule, it's not relevant. It's not admissible. As decided in Subramaniam versus PP and Young Hongki. So you have to give a proper definition. There's no shortcuts in the concepts. There's no shortcuts. And I think I repeated a lot yesterday, the definition. So please follow, listen, and please apply properly. Kalau definition tak lengkap, macam mana kamu nak apply?
Madam, saya baru perasan, saya rasa saya letak dekat sini.
Salah definition kamu. Statement
ke?
repeated out of court ke? Is that the definition, Naim? Is it a statement repeated out of court?
Repeated or
What is the definition of hearsay evidence? Aisyah Rashida, ada? Shaheen ada? Naim, Shaheen ada tak?
Ada madam, ada.
Okay, Shaheen, what is the definition for hearsay evidence?
Definition of hearsay is a statement made out of court by one person and then repeated by another person in the court to establish the truth.
Yes, Naim. It's a statement made out of court, bukan repeated out of court.
made, okay. Made out of
It's a
court.
statement made out of court by one person and repeated in the court by another person to establish the truth of the statement. The maker is not called to testify or verify. So the statement can be fabricated when it's repeated. So it's highly prejudicial. Therefore, it's not relevant and not admissible. I told you all to listen to the recording, right? Tolong
Yes,
dengar
madam.
bincangan, baca buku, and then prepare jawapan kamu, fahami betul-betul, ya. Kalau tak, hilang markah. I think I've been emphasizing a lot the definition from day one, ya. So, Yang Hongki Subramanian. Okay. So now, at this level, you don't need to talk about exceptions. Now, apply. Go down. Lengkuas is a person who heard the statement. Should be the one who appears. Okay. See, because your definition was not complete, your application pun tak bagus. Yang first part, that lengkuas must come, correct. How will you apply the definition? The statement, help me. Choko, what is the statement? He's trying to rate me or whatever. The statement was made by Halia out of court. You must apply the concept definition. It was a statement made by Halia out of court and now it's repeated in the court by Lengkuas. And because it reveals the identity of the attacker, i.e. Chakur, the prosecution will be tendering this evidence to prove the truth of the statement against the accused. Therefore, it is highly prejudicial, it is not relevant and not admissible. Itu je, you just apply the law, tak payah tulis looking into the above circumstances. Tak payah, don't write all that. You don't have that much of time, Naim. Please be very straightforward. Faham, class? Are you all clear?
Madam.
Clear, madam.
Yes,
Yes, madam.
the definition and apply directly into it. Use the exact words in the definition to apply. That's all. So if your definition is wrong, then everything will be wrong. Faham?
Faham, madam.
So it's generally not relevant. Okay, go down.
Okay.
Tak payah kata statement ni bahagia. Okay. Lengkuas, therefore, in conclusion, Lengkuas' testimony of what Halia shouted is not relevant and not admissible. Because she was just shouting generally, betul tak? Bukannya dia bagi tahu Lengkuas. Be careful with your word. So you say statement made by Halia to Lengkuas. She was just shouting generally, isn't that? So statement heard by Lengkuas. Statement made by Halia that was heard by Lengkuas. Right? It's not relevant and not admissible as it is a hearsay evidence. It is highly prejudicial. Next, to
Okay.
be under the exceptions of register. Okay, things done. Okay, go down. All right, now you explain register means things done. Judge can understand the beginning and the end. Okay. Tapi dalam Rattan versus the Queen, kan judge dia ada bagi tahu 3 jenis evidence yang boleh form register. Apa dia? Shahin, apa dia 3 evidence? You have to explain. It consists of direct and hearsay evidence. Ya? And then you have to say apa yang relevan kat sini adalah hearsay evidence. Exception to hearsay evidence. But what are the 3 types of evidence that can form as register to show the beginning and the end? What are the types of evidence that can form register? Atika.
Madam,
Yep.
is it hearsay statement made by either a victim or bystander which identify the attacker?
Ada 3 jenis evidence. Apa dia? Number 1, Rattan versus the Queen. Apa dia?
Is it direct evidence dengan hearsay evidence?
Yeah, but what are the type of evidence that can
Factual
form?
evidence, madam.
Yes, Naeem, you have to look back. I explained a lot yesterday. Rattan versus the Queen. Shahin, where are you?
Here, madam.
Yeah, why are you not participating when I called you?
Dia line breaking up, madam. Sebab kat sini hujan sikit-sikit kat Subang.
3 jenis evidence dalam Rattan versus the Queen that can form part of register. Apa dia, Shahin? Number 1, factual. Number 2,
Statement made, statement repeated in court to prove the statement made. So,
yes, statement made just to show the statement was made, not to prove the truth. Number 3,
to prove the truth of the statement made.
statement that reveals the identity of the attacker. Number 3, faham Shahin?
Faham, madam.
So the first 2, factual dan statement showing statement was made, not to prove the truth. 2 ni jenis apa? Direct ke hearsay, Shahin?
Come again, madam?
The first, factual evidence. Second,
Okay.
evidence showing statement was made, not to prove the truth. Ni, 2 ni. Direct ke hearsay?
Direct, madam.
Direct. Okay. The last one, statement that reveals the identity of the attacker. Direct ke hearsay, Naim?
Hearsay.
Hearsay.
Hearsay. So why are you not explaining that, Naim, in your answer?
Because I'm not sure whether to put it or not.
I already explained yesterday. You must put it. I hope whatever I'm teaching, You all take it seriously, yeah? Otherwise, it's going to be a waste of time. That's why I said you can do thousand past papers, but I don't believe in that. Even if you do 2 or 3, you must pick up the way of answering. Faham, Naim?
Faham, madam?
So you must mention that. And then you must state, dalam soalan ni melibatkan hearsay ke direct sekarang? Kita tengah bincang exception untuk hearsay, betul? So you kenalah mention the issue here involves hearsay evidence. So kenapa kamu nak elaborate direct evidence? Memang
Sebab
kita masih guna proximity test. Tapi kamu kena emphasize sekarang ia melibatkan hearsay evidence. So ada 2 langkah. Nombor 1, hearsay evidence tu pun, number 1, you must prove it forms part of the same transaction. And this can be done by using the proximity test. So do you see, I'm not elaborating using the word direct evidence. But the moment you say as for direct evidence, you won't get mark here. Because I will consider you are explaining about direct evidence, not exception to hearsay evidence. Faham, Naim?
Faham, madam, sebab the reason I put direct sebab I thought since Lengkuas dengar sendiri daripada Halia, so that one is direct.
No.
Oh,
You are now talking about hearsay evidence. The established study ini hearsay. And now you are looking at pengecualian untuk hearsay. Faham?
okay.
So
Faham
itu
sebab,
je sekarang.
okay.
Dan kita guna proximity test untuk tentukan yang it forms part of the same transaction. Walaupun hearsay dia bawah section 6 kena form part of the same transaction. So kita guna proximity test. So kamu kenalah kata this is involving hearsay evidence. In order to determine whether it forms part of the same transaction, proximity test need to be applied as established in Amrita Lal. Mana Tavanadhan's case? Ada tak Tavanadhan's case?
Tavanadhan saya tak quote.
Kenapa? Answer scheme akan bagi dua-dua ya. You will lose mark lah. I told you all right.
Sebab saya,
I told you all I need more than one cases. More than one case. Alright, so go up. Let me see the proximity test.
proximity.
Test.
Proximity.
There, it's there. Amrita Lal
okay.
tadi. Design. Okay, now go down. Go down.
Madam,
Kenapa? Kejap ya. Can you wait?
okay.
Kenapa you mix Zahari Embong semua kat sini? Kenapa Naim? Belum bincang approaches lagi, ini baru proximity test. Tapi kenapa bawa Rattan versus the Queen, Zahari Embong sini Naim?
Sebab saya ingatkan benda ni dia direct evidence.
Now, even if you thought it's direct Naim, even if you thought it is direct evidence, Zahari Embong terpakai ke?
Zahari Embong sebab discussion untuk liberal approach kan, madam?
Ya, tapi kalau kamu kata direct evidence, Do you use the approaches or only proximity test kalau direct evidence?
It's not both, madam. Bukan
No.
dua-dua. Oh,
Naim. Kalau direct evidence, hanya proximity test.
oh, okay.
Kalau hearsay, baru kita guna dua-dua. Proximity to show part of same transaction. Lepas apply tu conclude dia form part of same transaction, baru kita kata to see whether it's highly prejudicial or not, the courts have developed the two approaches. Lepas tu kamu kena bincang strict, liberal semua. Ni tak bincang pun strict, liberal semua.
Oh,
Bedingfield tak ada, Tepper versus R tak ada, Andrew versus R tak ada. Ini banyak hilang markah nanti. I'm sorry to say this, but this will lose a lot of marks. It's very simple, Naim. Direct evidence, proximity test. Itu dia. Amrita Lal, Ramanathan. Hearsay, exception, re juste. Kita establish dia form part of same transaction by using proximity test, conclude. Lepas tu, see whether it's highly prejudicial or not. Apply the two approaches, discuss the two approaches. Make sure you give English cases and Malaysian cases under section 6. No shortcuts. Naim, you cannot say saya ingatkan macam ni, saya ingatkan macam tu, tak boleh lagi dah. Saya dah bagi tahu setiap tu mesti ada 2-3 cases. Kamu tak bincang pun strict approach, kamu tak bincang pun liberal approach, apa elements dia situ in detail, terus kamu masuk kepada Zahari Embong. No point you discuss Ratton versus the Queen, but you are not explaining ni strict approach ke liberal approach, apa elemen dia. I told you what, it's not about narrating a case. It's about hitting the nail at the right spot. This case tells these elements. What are the elements? Okay, let's say now, Shaheen.
Yes, madam.
Nah, Shaheen, apa approach yang mahkamah guna untuk determine ni prejudicial ke tidak kalau hearsay evidence? Kalau saya kat tempat kamu, go up, sebelum saya masuk approach ni, saya dah bincang proximity, Amrita Lal, Gavanathan ni semua. Saya apply dulu yang tu. I told you don't lump the law, yeah? Apply. So is there a proximity of time and place here? Naim, is there a proximity of time and place, please?
Yes.
How do you argue it out?
For proximity of time, since kat bawah ni sekejap ya. Proximity of time. Since dia flat the container, dia bump into lengkuas. Since dia dekat, since dia tak tempoh yang tak lama. So basically I just said like this.
Okay, proximity of time, proximity of place, from the container to the place where she met lengkuas. How would you justify dari container ke tempat lengkuas ni masih under section 6? How do you justify? Sebab section 6 allows even if the facts took place at different time and different place. Betul tak?
Betul.
You must mention that. Section 6, different time, different place is allowed. And please don't mix liberal, strict tu semua dengan proximity. Boleh tak, Naim? Kalau proximity, proximity saja.
Boleh, madam.
Kamu campur adukkan banyak banyak campur aduk. Kalau out of 8, 9, this would hardly get 3. 3 to 4, very hard to get. Because your law is not clear. Yeah. All right, go up. So here you fail to explain how the courts would determine whether it's highly prejudicial or not. Earlier you must conclude, so it forms part of the same transaction. However, courts will evaluate whether it's highly prejudicial or not by applying strict or liberal approach. Then explain apa tu strict approach. Apa cases, apa elements dia, mesti explain. Don't just explain the approach that you're going to use. I've highlighted this many times in the class. You must explain both approaches. Shahin, siapa lagi repeaters dalam kelas? Nakruddin ada? Nurul Kistina. Nurul Kistina.
Yes, madam.
All right. Strict approach. What are the elements?
Contemporaneous, spontaneous,
And
and
then
also one more is there is a pressure that dominates the
mind of
witness.
the mind of the maker of the statement, bukan witness, yeah. Now, that is strict approach. What is the purpose of this approach? Nur Shamimi? What is the purpose of this approach?
To establish some transaction, madam.
To establish?
Some transactions.
No. To ensure there is
sorry.
no fabrication.
Oh, okay.
To ensure there's no concoction, there's no exaggeration. Sebab tu dia tengok elements ni. What are the cases for strict approach, Naim?
The cases for strict approach, Muhammad Al-Pichi.
English cases? Start with English cases. Shahin. By now, Naim, you all must be very familiar with this. Shahin,
Yes, saya, madam.
what are the cases for strict approach? It's okay, Naim. Remember, you listen carefully and you try to remember your name. Shahin, cases for strict approach.
Strict approach. R versus Bedingfield, madam.
Yes, lagi.
R versus Gibson.
Lagi. The landmark cases.
Saya ingat dulu.
Tepper versus R.
Tepper versus R sebab
Alright. Okay.
statement given by
Now,
police. Okay.
Malaysian cases. Malaysian cases.
Asian cases. Sekejap saya cari, madam. Ya.
For strict approach, Malaysian cases.
Madam, untuk hearsay evidence kan, Leong Hong Ki dengan Al-Pichi.
Okay. Strict approach was applied by Leong Hong Ki and Muhammad Al-Pichi's case. Faham?
Saya rasa yang register ni saya kena baca balik sebab saya rasa saya dah lost balik kot pemahaman dia.
Yeah. Liberal approach. Shaheen, what are the elements?
Madam, untuk liberal approach yang made spontaneously dengan pressure of event affects maker's mind tu ke?
Yes. Yes. Spontaneous and pressure of events. So apa elemen yang digugurkan?
Contemporaneity.
Apa cases untuk liberal approach?
Case untuk liberal approach Ratton dengan Andrews.
Yes, Ratton versus the Queen dengan Andrews. Macam itulah kamu asingkan dan organize. Kamu nampak tak kamu campur Amrita Lal, suddenly Ratton and the Queen, lepas tu Zahari Embong terus. Salah lah Naim, faham?
Faham, Madam?
Lepas explain straight, lepas explain R versus Andrew, Ratton versus the Queen, baru Zahari Embong. Lepas Zahari Embong, apa inference yang boleh mahkamah buat kat Malaysia berdasarkan Zahari Embong?
Inference yang untuk liberal approach dia more in line dengan section 6 ke, Madam?
No. What inference can be made? All of you, what inference can be made from Zahari Embong about which approach you can use for who?
If it was made by the accused and victim, they will apply liberal approach. But if it was made by the standard, it is strict approach.
Yes, that's all. That is the inference you can make from Zahari Embong's case. If the statement is originally made by the victim or accused, you would apply liberal approach. Sebab kalau accused say something that incriminates him, you will believe the prejudicial effect is low because no man would want to say something that would incriminate him. And victim is in the box. The pressure of event would definitely have dominated his or her mind. So liberal approach, cukup Ratton versus the Queen kata, it still meets the purpose of filtering prejudicial effect. Tak payah contemporaneous. Kalau bystander, Naim, baca
Yes.
and tell me. Kalau bystander apa?
Bystander,
Who is a bystander, Naim? Shaheen, who is a bystander?
Someone who's not directly involved in the incident, madam?
Not exactly, Amanda.
He did not participate in the crime but was present at the crime scene.
Yes. Bystander refers to a person who was present at the crime site but he did not participate in the crime. You must give a complete definition of bystander when you are saying kalau bystander will apply strict approach. Faham, Amanda?
Madam.
So dalam case ni, sekarang kita kena apply. Which approach you will apply, Naim? Shaheen, which approach? Shaheen,
Liberal
kenapa?
sebab contemporaneity tu tak ada.
Apa dia?
Plus lengkuas tu dia bystander.
Shaheen,
Ini saya.
okay. Kenapa liberal approach? I repeat the question. Kenapa liberal approach? Apply the law, Shaheen. Okay, I give you 5 minutes. I give you 5 minutes. And I want you to read Shaheen, Naim, baca and explain approach mana terpakai, kenapa, and how will you apply the approach, and what is your conclusion. I want an answer in 5 minutes. The rest of you take a break for 5 minutes. Shaheen? Shaheen? Naim?
Yes.
Shaheen, are you there?
Yes, madam. Yes. Tengah baca.
So which approach will you apply, Shaheen? All right, I dismiss this question first until you're prepared, Shaheen. All right, let's move on to next question. Razi's question. Siapa yang present soalan Razi itu ada tak?
Ada madam, sekejap
Shaheen, call me after the class, yeah?
Okay, madam.
Daniel Arif, correct. Muhammad Yusri, yes. Chelsea, yes. Khatijah, yes. Betul. Jawapan yang kamu bagi, ya. Very good, Gary. All right, let's look at this. Now, I want to make it clear Just be honest with me, yeah? Is my effort not enough? Tell me, please.
That's not true, madam.
No, be
No, madam.
honest. No, just be honest.
We are honest.
If my effort is lacking, let me know. Because I notice lack of effort on your part. Shaheen?
Yes, madam.
Naeem, though you are doing work, you are diligent, you must put effort to refer more to the books and to listen to what I have explained in the audio. Listen and listen again and again, and then prepare your answer. Faham, Naeem?
Faham, madam.
Because you cannot go on the basis saya ingatkan macam ni, saya ingatkan macam tu. Tak boleh. Pensyarah dah ajar dah. Kita dah ajar dah. Dah bagi rekod pun ajaran. Tak pernah pensyarah masa saya semua bagi rekod pun. Yeah? So what are you doing? So if you think there's a lacking in my effort, and that is why it affects you, please let me know. Because we are already at this stage. And if you still can't tell me which approach to apply and why, it is very disappointing because I did not teach you straight past papers. Now you understand why? Shaheen? Muklish? Amanda?
Madam, you are by far the best lecturer I've ever met, and honestly speaking, you have taught more than enough. I would say all of your techniques really helped. And I would say the reason why I failed last semester was because I wasn't serious. Your technique was on the spot, nothing
Thank
else.
you. Thank you, Gary. Because I could have just done about 10 past papers and told you I'm done. But I didn't do that. I started with you from the beginning, the concepts, even though it was just with lectures and no tutorials. And I kept emphasizing to you, I will not go into past papers until you get your law correct. Past paper is only to polish the way you answer and the way you apply. But your law, you must know your law. So we put in effort to go through the whole round of law while also preparing way of answering for the test. So when we prepare way of answering for test, kita dah cover sampai section 9 cara apply. Lepas tu kita tambah dengan past paper untuk tahu lebih lanjut lagi cara apply sambil habiskan similar fact evidence, the law admission, the law on confession. I didn't just do the past papers. Now you know why? It's no point. When you don't know the law, just discussing past paper with you is not going to help you. Past paper discussion is only to tell to you how to apply the law and how you should answer your question. But you must study the law. I cannot force you more than this. Even Allah can only help you if you help yourself. If you don't want to help yourself by revising thoroughly, no lecturers can help you. And there's no shortcuts. No shortcuts. However humane we are, we have to also be fair to the other students who have put in a lot of effort. I can't just let, tak apalah kesian ni, luluslah, tak apalah kesian ni, lulus. Mana boleh macam tu? Mana usaha kamu? Your answer must reflect. By reading a script, we will know the student has put in effort or not. Mungkin tapi dia panik dalam 2 jam, 3 jam tu. your answer will show. Tapi kalau approach yang mana pun salah, semua salah, itu artinya kamu belum sedia. Kamu kenalah ulang balik kertas ni. There's no shortcut. It's no point. You pass, but you're not passing with knowledge. Education is for knowledge, not just for graduating. I don't believe in that. I believe education is for knowledge, not just for you to pass. And you can see that from the way I teach you. That is why I go back from the scratch. Because I know you are lacking knowledge somewhere. Some areas you may have misunderstood. So I went back from the scratch, and that is what I do with all my repeater groups, and some have scored B. Because the law is corrected. The understanding, memang kadang-kadang sekali baca kita pun masih rasa sama-sama sebab ni banyak law, principles. I understood evidence law only after I started to teach. Honestly, when I was studying, lecturers just come, diterangkan, they go off. Nobody bothers to ask whether you understood or not. Yeah, those days. But now, every statement I make, I ask, are you clear? Do you understand? It takes a lot of energy to repeat this question to you all. But I still do it for the past 17 years. And it's so sad if you don't put effort to respond, to study, to prepare for the class, to rush to answer, to try. Am I correct? Is this the way? Now listen, when tomorrow is the exam, I don't want to receive any messages tonight. No questions allowed. I'm not going to entertain any queries because you have been given one semester to ask me questions for clarifications. No questions allowed one day before exam. I'm going to follow this way now because I receive a lot of questions one day before exam, and I've always tried my best to answer. I'm not going to do it now. Do you all get it?
Understand, madam.
Yes, madam.
Understood, madam.
Understand, madam.
So let's look at Razi's question. Have you all read Razi's question? I'm not angry, but I just feel helpless. I feel sad that I can't help you more. Right? I wish I can help you more, but there's a limit. There's something called ethics, and I have to abide by it. So you have to put your effort. Okay? And don't think just because you're third time repeaters, you'll automatically pass. There's no such thing. You have to put your effort and show you have the knowledge. So let's go on. Razi's question. Semua orang dah baca ke?
Dah baca, madam.
All right. So let's look at A. It's easy. Do you see civil questions? A tu 5 markah senang. Anto as defendant and Razi as plaintiff. Correct? And number 2, the fact in issue is whether Anto is liable for the defamation against Razi. Correct? Where do you find the fact in issue? Can be found in the statement of claim. Bukan claims, claim. Statement of claim. S huruf besar, C huruf besar. Yeah? Just record what I'm saying and do the correction later. Yeah? Statement of claim. All right? So this, just by answering this, you're going to get 5 marks. It's not difficult. Move on to B. Relevancy and admissibility of the evidence relied upon Anto in this case. Anto relied and spoke to Utami, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you go on documentary evidence sebab dia ada report semua, betul? Material upon which substance is expressed, very good. It can be primary, secondary, section 61, 62, very good. And then section 60, yes, section 60, the maker must come, correct? Direct evidence, the maker of the report must come, okay. All right, here I would suggest section 3, 61, 62 cukup. Yang 60 reserve untuk hearsay punya isu nanti. Faham?
Faham, Madam.
Right? Sebab section 3, 61, 62 ni dia isu untuk justify ini dokumen. Must be primary. Cukup. Alright, so you have to apply. Sebelum section 60 ni kena apply. Section 3, 61, 62 ya. So you must justify the reports ni. They are materials upon which the news is published. So apa reports dia? IDD5 and IDD7. Both are documentary evidence. Justify itu dulu. Jangan campur adukkan dengan hearsay semua. Yang Bah Heng Siong ni semua terus kamu dah masuk kepada hearsay. Tak payah, I told you, step by step. Justify this is document first. And it must be primary. Faham? Section 60 pun tak payah dulu. Ni untuk dokumen 3, 61, 62. Kalau computer generated 90A. Ahmad Najib's case. Okay? So lepas tu, kita dah tahu tu documentary evidence. Must give original. What is the next issue? Tengok. Ni very, hold on ya. Amounts to hearsay. Okay, go up. Hold on. See, you are concluding here, Utami's evidence is not relevant, admissible because it is documentary hearsay evidence. Sebenarnya laws itu hanya untuk justify ini adalah dokumen. Kenapa dah bawa hearsay semua sini? So the IDD5 and IDD7, they are materials upon which substance is expressed, i.e. document upon which, right, the news is published, expressed. So it is a documentary evidence. And the best evidence, even though you can tender original and copy, the best evidence rule would be to tender the primary, i.e. the original. That's all. Apply the law as it is. Itu je. Jangan campur adukkan dengan hearsay semua. Itu second issue. Faham kelas? Faham?
Yes, Madam.
Faham, Madam.
Second issue, whether Utami's statement confirming the existence of the amounts of hearsay evidence. Whether Utami's statement, IDD5 dan IDD7 ni hearsay evidence. Okay, kan? Ready? Kami. Hold on ya, give me a second. Yang lain baca dulu jawapan sini. Alright. Alright, very good. To prove the truth. Alright. Section 60, tapi kena quote ya. Subsection 1, ABC tu kena quote ya. Explain. Tak payah quote dari akta tapi explain. Tak cukup section 60 je. Sub 1, ABC. Kalau melibatkan expert, A dan D.
A dan D.
Yes. Okay, here your hearsay evidence punya definition is correct. Highly prejudicial. It's not relevant, admissible. Then go down to the application. Application, Utami's statement that the report belongs to migrant care is not relevant as it is a hearsay evidence. All right, here is a statement made out of court and is being repeated by Antu in the court to prove the truth that Razi had raped. Very good. Inilah cara apply. Just apply definition tu. Guna wording yang sama dan apply. Naim, nampak tak Naim? Shahin?
Nampak, Madam?
Shahin, where's Shahin?
Nampak madam.
Ya, tengok sini. Kena guna apa yang kamu guna dalam law tadi. Jangan, don't write the unnecessary things, ya. So, utami statement that the investigation report belongs to is not relevant, not admissible. However, there are exceptions to hearsay evidence under section 32. The third issue, whether utami statement is relevant. Kamu tahu tak yang definition dan apply definition tadi tu, they would have scored 6 marks dah. A tadi dah 5 markah dah. Ni 6 markah dah score dah. Documentary tadi 4 markah dah score. Kalau you apply properly 4 markah. Kalau tak hanya 2 markah. 32. Court will allow the evidence without the original maker, provided firstly falls within the category of person lah, who is dead, cannot be found, incapable, attendance cannot be procured. Go down. However, the court will assess based on the seriousness and character. Bonyo, wait. Okay, paragraph B, okay, minor supaya and all. Yang category of person ni, all right, you have highlighted the case, Alayat Bank's case, all that. Mere migration or merely visiting out of country is not an excuse. You must add that here. Yeah? Mere migration. Is not acceptable under section 32's category of persons that cannot be found or costly to bring, not acceptable. Because whether it is costly to bring or whether it will delay is a question of fact. It goes case by case. All right. So 32(1) paragraph B is something you would consider here because the report ni is done by the organization as part in the ordinary course of their business. Yeah? So that is why you use 32(1) para B. You consider. Tapi when you apply, kena tengok dia jatuh bawah kategori tu tak dulu. 32(1)B ni, take note, ada cases banyak. Can you all take down the cases for 32(1) paragraph B? I'll type here. Can you all take note of it? Boleh?
Boleh, Madam.
Home, Malaysia, Sendirian, Berhad, cases, E, dan Madam. Okay. Lepas tu ada case Alayat Bank, Malaysia, Berhad. Please take note, kalau section ni kena hafal versus Chok, Chui, Yao Jokwa, Muhammad House versus R. Out of jurisdiction, Muhammad Gauss versus R. Unwilling to come, you quote versus PP. You, Y-I-U. Unwilling to come.
My cats
Baca
are
buku,
outdoor
tengok.
cats, but they always know when dinner time comes, and
31,
dinner time is inside the
32
house.
sub
This is
1
some old
paragraph
footage
B.
of Saber. He's been missing for
Then you
9
apply.
days. Oftentimes he
Utami
goes and
does
hangs
not
out
fall
at the
under
neighbors'
any of the
places, but they
categories
haven't
of
seen him
person
either. This video might seem
that is
redundant on my
excluded
other
from attending the
platforms,
court.
however on
Utami
TikTok,
merely lives
Minion
in
and my
Indonesia,
videos
which
are
is not very
separate. As
far
near as I
from
can tell, the
Malaysia.
majority of people on
There would be
TikTok
no
are not following
unreasonable
both
delay nor
accounts, so they don't know that
expenses
Saber's
to
missing.
bring
It's
him
out
or
of
her to
character
the
of him
court
to
with
hide
me
during
for
a
oral
snowstorm. He loves
testimony.
frolicking in the snow, and
Right?
with today being a big thaw day, he still hasn't showed up. I'm still
Therefore,
somewhat hopeful, but the
apa dia?
realist in me knows we live in the middle of the wilderness, and the likelihood
Therefore,
of Saber
It does not fall under the categories of person
yeah,
under section.
it doesn't fall under the category of person, so
Y'all, if you have not seen these saw blades, you are in for quite the
So,
treat. Watch how
the
easily
exception.
you cut through this I-beam. Now there is a
Apa dia?
bonus
The
feature at the
exception
end, so
under
stick
section
around for that.
32
But
sub 1
watch once
paragraph
he's
B
done
does
with the
not
cut.
apply.
First of all, look at the fin.
Yeah, exception under section 32 does not apply. Faham?
First break the old one. Now
You must
place
mention
stripped
that.
acacia logs in a zigzag like that, and then raise it up by 1 block, and then maybe raise it up maybe like that,
Give me a
so it's
second,
a
yeah?
little bit random. Now sandstone walls on top of the logs, and then acacia fences on top of that. And now we're gonna add 2 more layers of fences. You can use other blocks that are easier to get. These are just temporary. We're gonna break these, but place them like that. Break the middle, and we're gonna place some lightning rods from the top. Here, 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 and here, and then break the top ones and place some orange candles on top, 1 on each of the rods, and you can light them up just like
So
that
kamu kena
for a
contour
little bit
yang
more
ni tak
texture.
terpakai.
And there's
And
your new
even
wall.
though could have
Thank
been
you.
an
Is your
exception
wall looking like
because it's a
this?
report by
Then
organization, but Antu will not be able to rely because Utami does not fall under any categories of the person under section 32. Very good. Must state under section
On today's
32.
episode of Street Food Andy's Never Cooked, coxinhas. This Brazilian dish, originating from Sao Paulo, is super popular at parties and celebrations. It's shredded chicken mixed with a cheese called capoeira that's wrapped in a shoe-like pastry and then crumbed and fried. The cheese capoeira is only really found in Brazil, so it's common to use cream
Kenapa
cheese
kamu
when you
masuk
cannot get your
kepada
hands on it.
kompas?
The coxinha, like a lot of dishes,
For
the
IDD7,
history
you can
is
under
murky.
compass
But one story that I
That's
particularly
campus
liked
valida.
said that the son of a prince only ate chicken drumsticks.
Looking for
One day, his chefs ran out of drumsticks,
kalau
so
kamu
they
buat asing,
cleverly
buat,
made
tapi
something that
tadi
looked
kita
like
dah
a
mention
drumstick, and the young
IDD5
boy
and
loved them.
IDD7.
These do not
Okay,
disappoint.
go down.
Let me know what
Anyway,
street
go
food
down.
I should
Let
cook
me have a
next.
look.
On today's episode of Street Food Andy's Never Cooked, coxinhas. This Brazilian dish,
Go down.
originating from Sao Paulo, is
Lagi.
super popular
Oh,
at
okay,
parties
wait.
and celebrations. It's shredded chicken mixed with a cheese called
Ini online kan?
Yes, madam, online.
Documentary evidence, okay, substance express, go down. Application. Okay. Tapi dia samalah juga hearsay, betul tak?
Yes, madam. Betul.
Okay, Sony. Okay, go down. Down.
Dah habis, madam.
Itu je ya. Tapi this one we already mentioned tadi. Yeah. But nothing wrong. It's okay. Just to save your time. So yang ni,
そんな私たち実は結婚します
even then this will be a hearsay evidence juga. Compass penonton sebab you must call the maker lah. Sama isu dia. Sama dia isu dia. Satu kamu gabungkan atau kamu asingkan sebab ni part B, part A.
Hey, Jagger
part
peeps.
A.
Sorry, I've been
Dia
kind of
bagi
a little
numbers
quiet on,
overall.
the channel / social medias. It's because I'm kind of doing a little project that involves
Right, but you've gotten
this place
You have
that
gotten
has
what
very
I
little
told you.
access to the public.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I have a good reason, okay?
Remember kalau document.
Hey Jagger peeps,
explain,
sorry I've been kind of
apply,
a little
conclude
quiet
the
on,
documentary
you know,
evidence,
the channel
lepas tu baru
/ social
move
medias
to the
because
next.
I'm kind of doing a little project that involves
Kalau computer generated mesti ada
this
90A
place
dan
that
kes
has
Ahmad Najib
very little
bin
access
Arif.
to the public. I'm just saying, I have a good reason, okay?
CCTV.
Hey Jagger peeps, sorry
semua
I've been kind of a
machinery
little quiet on,
devices,
you know,
90A. Sama ada the person in charge comes and testifies that the device was operating accordingly on that day, or he signs a certificate to that effect. Kalau tidak, it's not relevant, it's not admissible. Ahmad Najib bin Aris. Faham kelas?
Faham, Madam.
Semua tu.
看看你的手能聚财吗？
Alright.
在相学中有一种手相叫元宝手。
So,
元宝手怎么
have you
看呢
read？
当我们
part
把
B, question
手
one?
伸直伸平的时候，我们的手掌心呢凹下去，感觉能盛水。从
Have you
侧面
all
看呢，就像个元宝。
Or you need
如
to
果
prepare.
往伸直的
Because I
这个
want you
手
to
掌心
read
里倒水的话
and，
能存住水，
come out
存的越多
with what you
财富
think
越
would
多
be。the relevant sections.
还有呢，要想大富大贵哈
When，
当
can
这
we
个
do this？
手掌伸直伸开之后呢，中间凹下去能存水，可是呢，有几个部位有鼓起4、5个肉包来。我之前讲过的5月隆起，那就是大富大贵、如意吉祥的手啊！你试试看，你有这样的手吗？
欢迎订阅金菩提宗师 YouTube 频道。
看看你的手能聚财吗？在相学中有一种手相叫元宝手。元宝手
Saturday early
Do
morning
you
boleh?
speak American? Many Americans,
Sure,
including
madam.
myself, have
Boleh,
consistently
madam.
claimed that we
Was
don't
I
have
there?
accent.
I think this place. So Saturday early morning, pukul 7:30. Boleh?
Boleh, Madam.
7:30 pagi madam.
Ya.
Okay. Nanti saya create link tu.
Madam.
Yes.
Kita orang hari tu ada buat soalan tapi belum present lagi. So nanti hari
Yang Ubi punya tu ya?
Yang mana?
Yang mana? Yang Terry tu.
Bukan. Dia ni pasal primary sources of law of evidence in Malaysia.
Oh, okay.
And the
okay,
extent
okay.
of its applications.
Okay. Alright.
So nanti Sabtu my group present it to you?
Boleh. Nanti dulu. Boleh saya minta kamu buat lain tak?
Minta buat lain?
Ya.
Buat apa tu, Madam?
If I give you 20 marks question, saya nak 2 group. Saya akan bagi 2 soalan. Satu criminal, satu civil. Maybe you can stop recording, yeah? Who's recording?
I'm recording the suara madam, but saya dah stop dah.
Okay. Maybe I can assign 2 short questions. The concepts all you read yourself. Alright? I want you to discuss what amounts to oppression under section 24. One group. Imagine it's a 20-mark question. How would you answer? Ya? Datuk Mokhtar Hashim's case, katakan ada quotation saya bagi. How would you answer about oppression? And let's take one civil. One civil, because kalau part A ni ada civil, and problem question ni semua ada civil, so you must be well versed about prejudicial effect too. So can someone explain about section 23 prejudicial effect? It's an essay question, boleh?
Boleh, Madam. Okay. Madam nak semua orang buat ke?
Tak ada. 2 group saja.
Oh, okay.
Imagine I'm giving you 20 marks. How would you explain what is oppression, yeah? And why it affects the voluntariness? And imagine I'm giving you 20 marks. How do you explain about the privileged communication for admission? Right? Boleh? Because biasanya dia konsep-konsep ya. Tapi yang ni saya nak kamu tahu sebab confession, oppression ni semua biasanya part B. Yang prejudicial effect ni dia biasanya macam problem question civil, you must know. But mostly students neglect. So let's see, at least when you form it as essay, we get to revise that. And it will be a good revision. Is that all right with you?
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam. Madam, you want this on Saturday ke?
Itu Sunday early morning pun boleh.
Okay.
Saturday morning, kita bincang sit and rent. Atau kamu nak besok awal pagi pukul 7 boleh? Sampai 7:30, very fast, boleh? Tapi tak cukup masa ke?
Tak cukup masa.
Pressure sangat?
Saya, masa tu saya tengah getting ready to go to work.
Okay. No problem. Saturday, 7:30 morning. Saturday, 7:30 morning. 7 morning also I'm fine. Can we make it Saturday 7 morning? Because I'm worried if 7:30 it will be after 8, then my nephew would have been up. I'm going to spend time with him. So can we like start 7 morning?
Here's 7 essential stepping stones to be successful in social media. Number 1, flex your wealth. Boom! This is a stepping stone. By the look of it, it may just look like stone on the floor that you can step on. And I'm just walking on the stone, right? So I'm actually flexing on my wealth here because stepping stone only punish people with bad health, and I don't feel pain walking in it because I'm healthy. You know what they say? Health is your best wealth. Actually, you know what? I'm like a millionaire in this, man. I can even jump on this. Watch. Boom. No pain at all. Only 0.1% of people can do this without pain. Here's 7 essential stepping stones to be
Ahad
successful.
awal pagi, saya nak tengok jawapan untuk part B ni dan oppression.
Today, my Asian parent just prevented a scam with cheapness. You see, my dad is checking his phone bill as usual. Then suddenly, something caught his eyes. Something horrible. This month's phone bill is 2 ringgit extra. Of course, he's gonna get to the end of it to find out why. And surprisingly, it was from my phone number.
Alright, tell me what you do. Why is
Boleh?
the phone bill 2 ringgit extra from your phone?
Boleh? Okay, so I see you
Madam, I have a
Saturday.
question. Madam, sorry, I have a question.
Hold on, apa dia?
Saya ada soalan. I think kita tak pernah buat lagi question problem based on without prejudice. So, tak apa ke if I
No
do
worries.
question tu? Okay. No worries?
No. I want the essay basis.
So the
Explain to
problem
the
first
class.
question tak discuss lagi?
When you
Like,
no, listen. Bila kamu mahir dalam undang-undang dia, bila kamu bagi tahu law tu nanti, saya akan beri idea macam mana apply pun nanti, generally, ya.
Alright, madam.
Boleh?
Boleh, madam.
Alright. Without prejudice tu, Siti Aisyah, are you in R1 ke ABCD?
R1, madam.
R1. Okay, don't worry. You explain, nanti saya bagi idea. Alright?
All right, sure, madam.
Because actually you need to know the law and you're just going to apply it that way. That I will help you nanti bila you explain, yeah? All right, so thank you. I'll see you Saturday morning. Naim, I need you to remind me. And Naim and Shaheen, you must tell me which approach and why and how you will apply. I'm still holding on to it. I want a good revision. And I don't want to hear you all telling saya ingatkan, no more. Faham, Naim?
Faham, madam.
Tolong dengar apa yang diajar, take down, dengar balik recording tu, buat jawapan seperti yang diajar. Alright? Alright, Naim, I need you to remind me Friday night. Boleh? Because I'm worried, if I meet my nephew, I'm worried I get carried away. So can you please remind me?
Boleh, madam. I will remind you on Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night and Saturday morning, 7 o'clock. Saturday morning, 7 o'clock, give me a call.
Oh, okay. I will.
WhatsApp call, WhatsApp call,
Okay, madam.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Bye.
Thank you, madam.
What was that?